you so much for watching. So it's Lynette here, as always, and today I have picked up this Yankee candle gift set. Now, check online for boots because it kind of went out of stock, but they do sometimes come back in stock. I missed out when it was online, so I popped into my local store and they did still have some left. They only had one left in my store, but I know that the other stores did have some left. I had to go into one of the bigger boots. The little boots didn't sell them, so I went into a local kind of boots, and it was just tiny. I hadn't been to that boots before, so I didn't know, so I went to the one that's in kind of the big one that's near me. So this was £25, and I am doing a low buy, right? But I got this with my points, so I was delighted. And I'll just run through what is in it now. They did a set at Christmas, and they usually bring one out for Mother's Day. In the past 2 years it's been the same set, but this year it's something completely different. Now, I might decide to actually give this as a Mother's Day present. We will see. I might decide to keep it for myself. But look at the box. I love the box that it comes in. Really sturdy, and the outer sleeve just comes off, just pops off. So it opens up like that. It'd be quite good to actually put a big giveaway together, wouldn't it? But I'm just going to go through the items. So there isn't a large candle in here. Sometimes there are large candles, sometimes they're medium, but this is one of my favourite scents. The Yankee Candle Lemon Lavender. Don't know if you've ever smelled it, but it smells gorgeous. Oh, I could just sit and sniff that all day. So that's a medium-sized candle. There's a small one, and you'll see why I needed to get this in a minute. If I can get it out. There's a small cherry blossom. Now, I absolutely adore cherry blossom. Although my favourite ever, and I didn't even know it was until I got the reed diffuser, is the fluffy towels. Oh, it's just amazing. Antonia's mum couldn't use it, so she passed it on to me, and I just love it so much that I'm really lucky that when it ran out, my son, I was shopping with him, and he said, "Oh, don't pick one up," and I was like, "Oh, I want to buy myself another reed diffuser," but he'd actually picked me one up for Christmas. So now, I've never smelt these ones, the Last Paradise. So you get these little tea lights, but they burn for ages. Ages. I don't know why I said it like that. I think they burn for about 4 hours. Now, the Morrison's ones burn for 4 hours as well. They're really good value. But sometimes you just want a cheap kind of tea light, but sometimes you want one that's going to have a nice fragrance and kind of last a wee bit longer. So there's 12 of these, which is brilliant. And look at the colour. The colour's lovely. Kind of matches the outer carton, doesn't it? Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's really nice. And they kind of come in like a really tough plastic rather than the usual kind of foily ones. But they've never ever melted, so I don't, in case you're worrying about that, I have never had one melt on me. The candle's melted, but not the packaging. Is probably more what I mean. So the next ones, this packaging is quite different to the last packaging. So you get 3 votives, or votifs, or that comes off. What a donut. I am actually sitting struggling to get it out of the packaging, and what an absolute donut. So there is the passion fruit martini votive. Now they last a while. Oh, it smells gorgeous. My friend Rachel has a massive Yankee candle collection. I don't know if it's as big as it used to be, but I remember kind of seeing some of it, and it was huge. The vanilla cupcake, I've got a few of these in tea lights, they're lovely. And coconut splash. I think most of the sets will be the same. Coconut splash. It's got a lovely scent to it. I've just pushed them right in. It also comes, now with Yankee candles you do need to trim the wax, and if you don't trim the wax you get a lot of smoke. I discovered that, but I just normally nick it with my nails and end up having to go and clean them. But this comes with its very own wick trimmer. It looks like some kind of implement, a torture, doesn't it? So, yep, I was quite excited, sadly, to see that in the pack. Now, there's something else in here. Right, okay, that's lovely. Valentine's Day, you'd think that was very cute. So the lady in Boots told me that this, you pop this on top and it helps the wax melt. I don't know, I just thought it looked quite pretty. So you place it on your lid. I'm assuming you can get them in different sizes because this one fits over the kind of medium lid. There we go. So I will let you know, or Rachel, if you're watching, do you know what the purpose of this is? Or anybody, right? So the woman in Boots said to me, oh, that it makes your wick burn. I thought, I think it just looks quite pretty. So we will see. So I don't want it to burn in the shape of a love heart. But I thought it was a really good gift. What I could do is, what I've done in the past is I've seen them in store and Steve's just said to me, just get that, I'll give you the money, just get it as a Valentine's gift and can you pick one up for my mum, you know. But there was only one left, and I did contemplate keeping it to give it away, but I'm keeping it. It's mine, nobody's getting it. Sorry, selfish, eh? Probably. So yeah, I really like this set. A few years ago I would not have burnt this at all. I didn't burn candles. I was terrified when the boys were wee about leaving candles on. So if Freya and Lachlan came over, I would be the same. I would make sure I switched off my candles and things like that. I'm really scared of fire, just the thought of a fire. But I'm a bit more relaxed now. I do put my candle on, but I just pop it in the centre of the table. I wouldn't put it anywhere that I couldn't see it. And yeah, I've started burning them. So since I started burning them, I've started really enjoying them. And I remember my sister saying, you don't burn candles, why? I think she thought there was something, you know, she was just kind of like, what are you doing? But now I do, I love them. So I'm just going to see if this tells us on the back. So this is a medium candle, a small candle, 3 votives, 12 tea lights, 1 Illuma lid and 1 wick trimmer. So it says a medium jar candle provides up to 90 hours. That's amazing. I've got a Christmas one and it's a double wick one and it is, honestly, it's lasted ages. A small jar candle provides up to 40 hours, each votive candle up to 15 and each tea light up to 6. Always use a votive candle with a suitable holder. Yeah, I discovered that because I had a nice little tea light holder and it let out lovely shapes and patterns and I put a votive in it and then when it started to melt the wax started coming out like a donut, honestly. Sometimes I just need to engage my brain. My excuse is that you know, I've used it all up at work so I don't have any. My husband would say, yeah, you're very clever in it, but you don't have any common sense. I think I've got common sense in spades, but when it comes to doing things like putting a votive in a candle, you know, a tea light holder that has holes in it, that's, you know, maybe not the case. But I am quite a practical person, but I don't always think about stuff like that. I just think that's a good idea and do it. So yeah, I need to Google that, right? So if nobody knows, if Rachel's not on, if nobody knows, I will go onto their website and I will find out what this thing is. The Illuma lid. I'm assuming then, because it's called Illuma lid, it's going to make it burn, shine in a certain way. So anyway, I'm going to go and find out and I'll pop it in the description box, which is down here. Click on that little triangle-y thing and it will show you the information in the description box. It took me ages before I realised where it was and what it was when people were talking about it. So yep, this was £25. If you can get your hands on it in Boots and you love Yankee candles, it's a really good way of picking some up and trying different scents and things. Yeah, so we can't have the cinnamon ones usually in the house because Steve complains because cinnamon, he's not a keen he's not keen on cinnamon, and I think sometimes candles can give him a bit of a headache. But I've moved the candles over to my side, so we have been burning a Christmassy one, red apple. Don't know if it's very cinnamony. It's not like some of the other ones, but yeah, some of the candles he'll just get back from work and he'll just say, "Oh, can you please just turn that off?" But he's not been complaining since I've moved them. Sat it in the little nest of tables next to his chair. I would just put the candle there, but now I've moved it to the wee table beside mine, so that doesn't seem to be causing him any headaches. But because they burn for so long, I always forget to kind of like, not forget to switch them off, but I always kind of think, right, I only need it on for a few hours, and then it's been 6 hours and it's still going, you know. But this small one here, 40 hours. That's amazing. Honestly, I used to wonder why they were so expensive, and then I discovered that a lot of cheaper candles, they smell nice when you sniff it, and then they kind of, you know, there's not a lot of smell throughout it. However, the Home Bargains candles are amazing, and is it the Yankee candle? The cheaper Yankee candle ones that you can pick up from like B&M and places, they're quite nice as well. I think is it Home Sense, or I can't remember what it's called, but they do a cheaper brand that you can pick up. And I don't know what the difference is, but they're quite nice. But I have found that Home Bargains candles are lovely. I had one and it was 4 different layers, and every layer just smelled amazing that it burned through. So yeah, especially now it's dark at night, I do like a candle on. However, if I've been cooking, I've got a wax melt thing in the kitchen now. That's like, it's a revelation for me burning these things. However, I kind of didn't realise that you needed to change them. I thought you could just take them out and reuse them. And then I discovered, I was checking online, and it says with most wax melts you might get 6 to 10 hours of fragrance. So yeah. So I'll make sure I don't put the whole thing in next time. I put the whole Yankee tart thing in, and then it smells lovely. But then, you know, if I was to half it, I think I'd get the same smell. I'm not an expert. As I say, I hope Rachel comes in on this video and kind of helps me, answers my questions. So yeah, 25 quid. I hope you can get it. I hope I will see if it's gone back in stock, because I think it will make a fantastic Mother's Day present, and I'd really like to pick one up for my sister-in-law because she loves candles. And I ordered a set from online, so be careful. I ordered a set from a company online, and I got a text message to say they were arriving, and I didn't give it any thought. And I hadn't heard from them, and when I tried to find the link, the company was gone. There was no company. And then I went on to Trustpilot, I think it is, and it was a scam, no candles. I tried to phone the number, it was out of service. So yeah, I think if I don't know the company, I won't be doing that again. And it was just the same box set that they had in Boots for Christmas, same price, so it wasn't anything fantastic. But I put it on my card. It's a pocket card. POCKIT. Now I use that just for saving money for Christmas. I put money away on that, and then I can just go and use the card, which I think is really good. But there doesn't seem to be any facility like there would be on a regular kind of direct debit to raise a dispute. So I think I just lost the money anyway. It was only £25 plus postage and packaging, but it was the whole point of being scammed. £25 is a lot of money to lose at Christmas time as well. And, you know, I'm kind of thinking back to 10 years ago, I might not have been able to replace that gift. But I did. I went to Boots and they were doing, was it a third off? So I picked up 2 large jars. But I just kind of thought it wasn't, you know, I wanted the box to go with the gifts. I'm blethering away here today. I've got things to do as well. But hey ho. So yeah, I am going to check online and see if there's any more in stock, and I hope they do come in. Check your bigger Boots. So if you've got like one in the high street, check those, because those are where you're likely to see it. It was on an end aisle, so look at the end aisles. I had to get somebody to show me, and luckily she says, oh, we did have some earlier, I think we might have one left, and she went and got it. I could have hugged her. Honestly, I think if it wasn't COVID time, I might have hugged her. That's how delighted I was. So I'm looking forward to burning these, and you'll see them in my household empties videos. I'll speak to you soon, guys. Bye bye. And if you're still here, well done.